Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, William Johnson here. Today we're going to do a product review of the Soundbrenner Pulse Metronome. Now I've been on YouTube since 2006 and I'm just now getting really back into the swing of things with videos, and this video is my first ever product review. It's about time. And hey, what better way than to do a review than, I'm sorry for my lack of vocabulary here, bad grammar, but what better way to start than to do a review of a really neat product here, a really neat resource for musicians, drummers, what have you, than to review a pretty neat wearable metronome. Now, a couple things I just want to go over real quick on the about this product, and then I'll kind of present and display it, how it works a little bit, and my thoughts on it. But before we even do that, if you like what you've been seeing on these videos, if you've watched this video or you're going to watch it, because if you're listening to me now you probably haven't watched it yet, then hit the like button, send me a comment, subscribe. I would love if you would become a subscriber. That way you'll be notified of any future videos. So anyways, the Soundbrenner Pulse. This thing right here, I was watching it from its inception on Indiegogo, or its beginnings when they were raising funds and promoting it as the first wearable metronome. It vibrates, or it was advertised that it vibrates up to 7 times, I believe, stronger than an iPhone or an Android, and I finally gave it a shot, and it actually does. It's really neat. In the App Store, there is an app, a metronome app for it. It's the Soundbrenner app, and you can find that in the App Store. It's really neat. It works without, even if you don't have a Soundbrenner, it works without it. Works really cool. Now, right now, I actually have it connected, so I'm going to disconnect it from the app so that I can connect it, and then you can see what, because I just think this is so cool. So now it just blinked here. So now it's disconnected from my app. So you can go on the app and you look up, it's going to search for a device, and it connects. And right now it's turning blue. It's connecting. Boom. There it goes. Now, really neat is that you can tap this thing and tap the pulse out. And whatever you tapped, just like in the metronome, in the app, I'm sorry, it will start pulsing to that tempo that you set. Tap it twice with 2 fingers and it stops right away. And one of the things that I like the most about this thing is not only is it useful advice, but I'm just going to be honest with you, it looks really cool. It's inspiring for me as a musician, just to break things up in the practice room. That's primarily how I use it for my practice. It's practical on the stage. You can sync it in your DAW, Pro Tools. You can use it with Ableton Live, or you can use an iPad and sync it with, as the metronome, the click, with a band. But for me, primarily right now, I'm using it as for exercises, practices. You know, I'm a percussionist primarily, and so I use it for my drumming practice. It's really cool that even if I don't want to use the actual vibration, I can just use the app. And oh, well, there you go. Now it's vibrating on the table, making it really funny noise on there. So you could tell that it vibrates very strong. You can actually change the vibration pulse of this thing as well. So you can make it vibrate longer or shorter. But say you just wanted the sound and you wanted to turn the vibrations off, but you wanted the lights on, you could do that as well. It's really cool. You can imagine if you're an entertainer, you have a band, and you want to use this on stage, how cool is that going to look? You can actually go in the app and you can change the color of it. Let's see if we go right into the app settings here. Oh, and this is pretty cool. You can actually set up the display and camera flashes so that your phone, your app, will actually flash at the tempo that you set it. But if I wanted to change the colors, the light theme, then I would just go onto the pulse, and I can change. Right now I have the accent, which is, I have my accent right now set on 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's blinking white while the rest of the pulses are blinking green. If you wanted to change that and change the accent to purple, then this would happen. Did I change it there? Okay. Here we go. Okay, so now all of them are changed on purple. Okay, so I believe now we have, there we go. So now I have my accent set on purple while all the other pulses are set on green. There's a multitude of options with this thing. Now it also comes with 2 different straps. So when I ordered it and it came in the mail, it was really cool to know that there was 2 straps. One to wear around your wrist, and that's a good place to start because it takes some getting used to. It took me some getting used to, as opposed to just using a click, the sound and the light, but also paying attention to the vibration. Now as a drummer, the good thing about that is it also forced me to really pay attention to what I'm doing and to play with dynamics. How that would work on the stage, well, you would have to work through that. It might be a little more difficult. However, I was playing at a church about a week ago. I was playing up on the stage and they were using an iPad. And I've been in similar situations where they do this. They were using an iPad to feed the click through for everyone's ears. Now, if that's the case, then you can possibly use this and just have it going directly through, direct in and feeding through everyone else's ears. And then the drummer or whoever is controlling the click can be using this app, can be syncing it with the actual sound system and on stage. And if that's the case, then you could also hear the click and you could be using the app as opposed to just the vibrations. But for me in the practice room, it really focused the vibration thing, and being a drummer and playing a lot and moving my hands around and my body around. Sometimes, I mean, if you're moving around, there's a lot of visceral motion, then that vibration would need to be really strong in order for you to still feel it. So which really blah, 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 which really forces you to really zero in on wherever you have this thing, whether it's on your wrist or on your arm, and other parts of the body. I found helped me to focus a little more. But I'm saying all that to say that it really forced me to play softer, to focus on what I'm listening to, and that's just enforcing that internal click. So it also came not just with the smaller strap, but a larger strap that allowed me to be able to place it on my arm. Now, if you see me looking off screen a little bit, it's because I'm in my office and there's a hallway in my office and my boss keeps walking by and it's distracted me a little bit. Plus my boss is very good looking. For those of you who that may have gone over your head, the boss is my wife. All right, so let's see here. Strap this thing around my arm. Let's see here. All right, so I got it on my arm. And I mean, so now it's on my arm. It's right on my wrist. And if I have a drum with me, I can totally feel these vibrations right now. Right? And so if I just zero in and focus on that, as a percussionist, hitting it on this drum is not drowning out in any way the vibration that's happening there. Plus, enforced with the sound of the click, I'm locked right in. And I'm a big aesthetics guy. How things look and how the look of things change my emotions. So this, just to me as an artist, it just helps to inspire me in the practice room. Practice is about repetition. Repetition can become mundane at times. It's nice to have something that's a little different, out of the norm, out of the ordinary, and bringing that into your practice room. But again, like I said, with the possibility of hooking this up to an iPad and then feeding that to the rest of the band. Oh, and you can also connect this thing. This can be synced if someone else has a Soundbrenner Pulse, this component here, this product, then you can sync via the app your metronomes together. Now, you can imagine if you have a trio or a 5-piece band, whatever, and everyone had this, how cool would that look on the stage? But also you can sync this through your DAW like Ableton or Pro Tools or Logic, and use that as your click, as your metronome. And working in the studio, I'm in my studio currently right now doing this review, and that's a bonus. That's a bonus. And how cool would it be to turn off the lights, to dim the lights in the studio, and then you can change the color scheme of your tempo. So it just, again, I'm a big aesthetics guy, and this product has really helped me to help. Oh boy, I'm just at a loss of a bunch of words. So just grab whatever I was about to say there. Anyways, cool product. Also, separately, doesn't come with it if you just buy the Pulse, but you can purchase a body strap for it. Now, how cool is that? That also you could strap this thing around your chest, and let's say you want to use it on stage, but maybe it might just take away a little bit too much. Well, you can always face it away from the audience, and for all they know, especially if you're wearing black, you just have a armband. Like right now, I'm doing like the Michael Jackson one arm black armband thing here, right? Or if I was wearing white and it was and it's black, hey, now I just got a vintage look, right? I don't know, whatever. Either way, you have those options. So yeah, cool product. And also charging it up into the after the battery life. Now it's advertised that it can last up to 6 hours. So I mean, for a performance, hey, that's perfect. Practice as well. This thing is magnetic. If you look on the back of it, there's 3 little nodes there, and it just snaps right onto there. Magnetically holds on to it. So really cool. If for some reason you're having a hard time, because sometimes Bluetooth technology, there can be a disconnect, and you're having a hard time disconnecting it, you just take this thing backwards and connect it like so, upside down connection, and it resets it. And I found that when I have a problem, if there's ever a problem connecting it with the app, that just did the trick right away. So really neat. It's got the USB. The charger has a USB connection. So that's really cool. Nice little plus there. And the app itself is just, I mean, you could change the accents, time signatures. You can set a timer. For me, in practice, that's very important, because I often like to set a timer for various exercises or rhythms and grooves. So I'm making sure that I'm practicing that one thing for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, what have you. So a lot of really neat options between the app and the actual product. So yeah, I know I'm rambling on here, a little disjointed in my presentation, but this is just some of my honest thoughts. I could go on and on about it. The price was awesome. I got it during Christmas as a Christmas gift to myself, so I believe it was about 15%, 20% off. So it was a great Christmas present if anyone's watching this during the holiday seasons. But also, still, $100 and less. Your local music store may carry some. You can go online and get it for under $100, a neat product like that. Again, I've said it a bunch of times, and it's probably very tacky by now, but how cool is that? So this was my first product review with the Soundbrenner Pulse Metronome. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit a like button, send me a comment. If you have any questions that I did not hit about this, things I didn't approach about this particular product, feel free to email me at williamjohnsonmusic@gmail.com or message me right here on YouTube. Look forward to hearing from you all. Thanks for watching. See you next time.